Hello, all you degenerate old schoolers, and welcome back to another episode of The Orb. Tonight we're taking a look at a Doubleton event, Doubleton Old School. So the restricted cards in Old School are still restricted, but only 2 copies of everything else. So instead of 4 ofs, you can only have 2 ofs. Here's a look at all top 4 decks. This is Mark's deck. Came out to be Blue-White Skies, or the deck with, 2 Sarah Angels sneezed in with 2 Modis. I love the big fat Modis. He opted to use land tax to thin out his deck. That makes sense. And he can use the mana. Look what he wants to do. Draw with the books. Play all the restricted cards. Wipe the board. And then slam down one of these big bad creatures. Also in the top 4, Lucas's deck. Bottom right, mad props to the Double Dragon symbol down there. Love that game on the Nintendo. I owned it. Lucas is also on a control build. Who needs creatures when you have factories? He has the Abyss in there to wipe out the board. Moats. I hope you're playing with Tetravis, because if not, you're going to have a real tough time killing him. And then he gets out of his own way and sends in the factories or a fireball to the face for the win. So again, another strong control build. And I think one thing we've kind of noticed, whenever you restrict things down, control gets even stronger. And on to the 2 playing tonight. Here's Noah's deck. Noah opted for robots, which I like this. What I love even more is that creature on the top left, a 3/1 clay statue, 2 colorless to regenerate. Sedge Troll is such a powerhouse creature in Old School. I don't understand why clay statue isn't seen more. I get it. He costs 1 more colorless, but it is colorless, so everyone can play him, and he regenerates for 1 more. But again, it's colorless. So I'm glad to see the clay statues in here. Tough thing to remove. He also has 2 Triskelion, 1 Tetravis, and a Su-Chi. We are playing the Atlantic rule set, so Su-Chi is still dangerous. You need to place the dump mana. He has that with the books. He has a couple icy manipulators. We can see he's got 3 counter spells up there, and I love that copy artifact is seen here. Such a heavy lifter. 2 of the best to control the other side of your board that you're facing against, and then a bunch of the restricted shit. So, a nice build, Noah. Obviously, it's done well. We're staring at the top 4. And your opponent tonight. Your opponent is me. My deck. Here's my build. I took a little bit different approach. I wanted to buck the control approach. Stick with the burn. 2 Side Blasts, 2 Bolts, 2 Chains. And then added damage. I wanted to speed the game up with Copper Tablets. They typically don't make the cut, but in Doubleton, you need some extra good artifacts for ATOG to eat. Copper Tablets deal unilateral damage across the board, and just gonna wreck everyone's day. A couple Black Vices, a couple Anka Mishras. I did try to start small with Span Alliance, get quick damage in. Again, ATOGs into Su-Chis, Dibs, and 1 Sarah Angel. I did play with a bunch of the restricted bullshit because it is pretty good, and this is Old School. So, I think I've said enough. Let's move off to game number 1. As a heads up, my brain is slow, and I forgot to hit record until about turn 2 of game number 1, so we'll be moving right into the action. So, I'm on the counterspell playmat. I did power out an Anka Mishra. My opponent disenchanted it. We both played some brown mana, and I have played out a Copper Tablet. So the gift that keeps on giving. Noah's on 18. I'm down to 19. And he already has a ton of mana available here. Noah just with a pass. He's going to leave his 4 mana up. I eat 1 to the face from my own Copper Tablet, drop myself down to 18. So if nothing else, we're both still on a clock. Noah starts his turn dropping down to 17. And look at this Armageddon. Oh, but I push a Side Blast to his face. That makes Direct damage is good. I mean, it's going to force him to come up with a creature to deal me damage. Noah drops to 13. I'm on 16. Game is moving on. Armageddon was pretty big there. Noah plays out a City of Brass and a pass back to me. Draw go. No lands is not good. Well, look at this. Oh, he plays out a Su-Chi, but technically he can't tap that Fellwar Stone. We missed this. Ouch. Just catching this now. No lands in play. That hurts. Man, that Su-Chi is coming in, cracking in, knocking me down to 10. I go to 9 in my upkeep from the Copper Tablet. I have a jet. I need to come up with something quick. Armageddon was kind of a powerhouse here. No, it does find a Lotus. Knocks me down to 5. I'm going to 4 for my own Copper Tablet. Oh, what a death sentence. And I'm picking him up. That's game number 1. I swear we didn't miss much. He just steamrolled the shit out of me, though. Ouch. Good work to Noah. We'll be swapping out some cards and moving to game number 2. And here we go with game number 2. In case you accidentally sneezed during game number 1, I looked up and my opponent just ran me over with a bus. That being said, I get to play first. Come out with a scrub land into a Black Vice. Aggressive start in Doubleton. Immediately knocking my opponent down to 17. Oh, he plays a tapped Workshop into a Soul Ring and a Fellwar Stone. Wow. That was a pretty good start for him. A way to dump his hand and not really have to worry about that Black Vice much. Find an Underground Sea, an Ancestral. I mean, that does have to cross your mind every once in a while. You know, do you hit your opponent with the Ancestral? Make them eat more damage, try and deal with their hand, but you definitely don't do that when they're showing 6 mana for turn number 2. So he does take 1 point from the Vice, drops down to 16. I'm still sitting on 20, but look at this. He is tapping 6. Tetravis out turn number 2. What a pain in the ass for me. Nothing like a 4/4 brown flyer coming in to wreck your day. Do find a Loa. I already have that online with the Ancestral. Tapping 2, Time Walk. I'm going to have to dig deep here. I am at least eating through a bunch of cards. Drawing my upkeep with the Loa. Keeping that online. Oh, Badlands into a Chain Lightning. My opponent has something to say about it. He says, fuck no, Blue Elemental Blast. Oh, this is tough.
Nope.
Noah has the answer, and I'm down a game. This does not feel good. So Noah does decide to split up his Tetravites. He has 3 flying 1/1s. Make that 4 with the original Tetravis. And look at this. Tapping more things immediately. Oh, brutal. He taps down 4 for the Abyss. And now I have to deal with 4 creatures. As opposed to just 1. I mean, at this point, balance would be ideal, but it's going to cut my hand size down to 2 and turn off that Loa. I am under some pressure, to say the least. I'm at 19. I mean, I have more life, but I'm like 10 years behind him here. The factory, unaffected by the abyss, but not spectacular here. Playing out a Psychic Purge to deal 1 damage to the original Tetravis. It does take Copy Artifact offline. Bad news is, it does still leave him 3/1/1 since he split them up. Yep, they're cracking in for 3 damage, dropping me down to 16. Game is tied. Noah does have his own factory down. Doesn't make my factory look quite as good since he has his out. Planned a jet in a second factory, though. And sending my factory in. Trying to apply some pressure back here. He takes it and drops down to 14. Race is on here. Bad news is he's still ahead. In terms of total damage, yeah, cracks in for another 3. I drop down to 13. He's tapping things. He's moving his Tetravises over, Tetravites, and slamming down a Su-Chi. That may be problematic for me. Not only that, he does have a place to dump it. He does have the factory he can dump the mana into. Cloud of City of Brass. Tap the city, drop myself to a 12. Oh, dust to dust. This is huge. Su-Chi gets removed from the game. And yeah, one of the Tetravites bites the dust. That dust to dust was big. Since Su-Chi left the game, he doesn't have to worry about that extra mana. And I'm cracking in for 2 with the factory again, dropping him down to 12. He's coming back. 2 lobsters going sideways, drops me down to 10. And tapping 4 again. Uh-oh. Thinking about it. Yeah, he's tapping 4 again. Another Su-Chi. This is devastating. Noah's down to 1 card in hand. I still have a grip. Full with that Loa online. But man, he is playing down some big offense here. Drop down a Volcanic and a Ruby. Tapping lots of things. Oh, here we go. Fireball to kill off the Su-Chi. And an immediate counterspell for my opponent. Oh, this is bad news. Oh, but look this. Counter War will continue. Mana drain to take care of that counterspell.
How about no?
I definitely didn't want to die with a counterspell in hand, and that Su-Chi was going to be a hard one to deal with my deck. So, Fireball lives on. Mana drain goes through. We passed my opponent's turn. So Noah has all the mana in the world. He still got his 2 flyers. Yeah, sending those in. Tetravite's dealing 2 more. Dropping down to 9. He's still on 12. See if he's going to play out the card in his hand. Oh, look at this. 4 for an Armageddon. This is devastating. I have 2 colorless mana open. Oh, this is bad news. Again, his Fellwar Stone's going to be offline, but he's got 2 1/1s. I have 2 Moxen. And really, they're not even the right colors to kill stuff off. Do find a plateau, though. Oh, burning some of my colorless mana for a Wheel of Fortune. That's kind of big. I do still have I was gonna say I do still have mana, but I don't. I used it all. I used both mana. But look at this, coming back, tapping 4. Oh, 1 to play the Soul Ring, and then yeah, 3 for another Dust to Dust. These Dust to Dust have saved my ass. I think I'm thinking, do I want to kill the 2 1/1s, which I know I have to. I mean, I'm on 9. Or take down some mana. Look at that. I take out his mana sources instead. Never mind. I ate his Soul Ring and his Fellwar Stone. I guess I have confidence that I can take out those 2 1/1 artifact flyers. Oh, my opponent, no, it was on 6, drops a Fountain of Youth. Spicy. I love Fountain of Youth. I used to think it was awesome when I was young, and I found out it wasn't, so when I see it played, I think it's awesome. Yeah, so those 2 1/1s crack in. I dropped down to 7. Let's see if that was a terrible mistake on my end. He did top deck a land, plays out a Tundra. I found more mana, but I don't need any more mana. My deck is very low to the ground. Oh, I do have a chain. I'm attacking his life total, knocking him down to 3. The problem with this Doubleton format is you feel like you're always just right up the road from drawing another burn spell. When in reality, you're down to just a few of them. 2 lightning bolts, 2 chains, 2 side blasts, and, maybe a couple fireballs. I do disenchant this Fountain of Youth. He gains a life and goes up to 4. And play a Time Twister. Wow. And I do have 2 Black Vice down. So Black Vice before got him with a wheel. But we're going to shuffle up and draw 7. And he says he doesn't have a way out of it. 2 Black Vices and 7 new cards in hand. So we are now 1-1. That one came down to it. We'll move on to game number 3. And here we go with game number 3. Game number 1 was a blowout in Noah's favor. Game number 2 really had legs to it. Noah's on the play here for game number 3. Starting off with a Factory and a Lotus. Pretty good start, but unfortunately he doesn't have anything to play with that. I find a Sapphire and a Scrubland. Oh, and a Time Walk. Power meets power. Move into my cycle time lock and untap 2 mana sources. Oh, I find a Chaos Orb. The orb's solid. It is kind of naked out there with no mana left to fire it off. But I did miss a land drop through that time lock. That doesn't feel good. Probably want to be able to play the orb out in case he slams down a threat here. He's got a workshop again. Oh, look at this. 6 mana into a Suchi. And a time walk. Oh, this is terrible. Lots of power being thrown around. Noah's not missing land drops, and he's sending Suchi down my throat. Makes sense. Drops me down to 16. Kind of surprised he didn't opt to throw the factory in there too. Alright, activating Chaos Orb. Gonna get a good flip here. Clean hit. Close one. I will take it. Suchi's being knocked down from the game. Oh, look at this. He pumps into his factory, and I give him 2 life with the Swords to Plowshare. See if he has a response. Ooh, power sink for 1. What a power move. Guess that's why he didn't come in with a factory. Does take 1 damage from the City Brass, so his first loss of life. I'm on 16. Suchi got in for 4. I keep missing mana drops. The upside is I do have some answers out there. I dropped down to 14. Factory cracks in for 2. Good call protecting that factory out. Oh, nothing to do here. That's tough. Go up to 6 cards in hand. Noah's down to 2. Yeah, sending the factory in again. And look at this. 1 more Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, he avoided fate once, but second time his ass is going to work on the farm. He's going to be growing wheat or corn or some shit, but he is not going to be in this game. Does put Noah up to 21. I'm on 14, so... I mean, about a third of the game's over, and it's felt like he's been in the driver's seat the whole time. He's taken complete control of this game. I've just had some answers. Ooh, but side blasting my opponent's face, that drops me down to 12 and him down to 17. Just trying to keep the game moving forward. And those copper tablets that I love so much don't feel so good when you're behind by 5 life. Oh. Library hits play. No, it does have 4 cards in hand, and there are a lot of draw 7s being played. Probably a good idea to throw it out there. It's got a strip mine with a pretty sexy looking stamp on it. I find more plateau. And just a pass. At this point, he's just going to stack up a couple more cards and outrun me with library. Makes complete sense. He's got the life advantage, and he's about ready to have the card advantage. Yeah, 6 in hand. Ooh, library of my own. Oh, mine's online, but he immediately strips it out. Makes sense. Do get one card off of it. Apply some more pressure, bolt my opponent's face, knocking him down to 14. Oh, 2 more for a copper tablet. Here it is. At least we're only 2 life points apart. Let's put a clock on this game and get this thing over with one way or another. So Noah has his library in line. Drawing his first extra card with it. And tapping that workshop. Fellwar Stone. Turn that Fellwar Stone sideways and slam it down a Chaos Orb. Preparing for future threats. I'm going to drop to 11 from the copper tablet. Drop out a Volcanic Island. I do have 5 mana open. I should be able to play just about all my cards in my deck. Ooh, tapping 3, another Dust to Dust. He's going to activate Chaos Orb. Oh, and I'm going to disenchant it. Wow. I mean, that does stop him. Keeps the clock going. I really did protect that copper tablet. I assume that's what he was going for. See if it pays off or not. I mean, if he comes up with more artifacts and he's loaded down with them, really the biggest threat's going to be a big artifact creature. But that Fountain of Youth does not bode well for me. It's quite offsetting to the copper tablet. Man. Kind of a big gulp in my throat. Oh shit moment, I might just kill myself. Don't worry, I'm doing it on TV. Wave hi to the camera. Yeah, here we go. He's gaining a life. Oh, copper tablet has become asymmetrical, mostly towards my face. Shit, I'm gonna have to deal with my own artifacts. Not a good feeling. And he's also drawing 2 cards a turn with that Loa. And here's a clay statue. Yeah, that's brutal. I gotta remove that thing from the game. It's gonna regenerate itself, so any burn I show up with is not gonna do the trick. I need that Dust to Dust back. Tapping 3, and there it is. I have my other one. See if he has a counterspell for it. I mean, a counterspell is like going to be in the game here. He's holding us in suspense, tapping 2, losing a life down to 11, and mana drain, the Dust to Dust. Oh, the party goes on though. Red Elemental Blast. Wow, when the counter war, Dust to Dust goes off. That was huge. Although he did gain a couple life with the Fountain of Youth. And that might mean the difference. He is still on 11, I'm on 9. I did show up at the factory, so that's a threat for the future. Yeah, it looks like his library is still online. It is. Wow. Again, that doesn't bode well for me. Drawing 2 cards a turn. Just a pass. So 10 to 8. I dropped to 8 in my upkeep. Gotta activate and send in the factory. Yeah, he's got the swords. Okay, at least that puts us even ground. We're both at 10. He's still drawing 2 a turn, though, and that can't last forever. Oh, choose to Psychic Purge him for 1, followed by a Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Oh, Brutality. Blue Elemental Blast. He says no, sir. Shut that shit down. Wow. That was a haymaker of a counterspell right there. So he drops to 8 in his upkeep. Copper Tablet's doing its work. Psychic Purge for 1 doesn't feel so good looking back on this. He's tapping forward, choosing to tap his Loa to play out a Su-Chi, and it passed to me. I'm just in top deck mode here at this point. Need something my deck can provide. Oh, Time Twister. See if he has another counterspell. Oh, Disenchant. Okay. Taking the Copper Tablet offline. Time Twister's starting its own new graveyard, and we're going to shuffle up and draw 7 again. Wow. Back-to-back draw 7s out of me. That feels lucky. Definitely needed it. Let's see what we get. Bad news for me is his Loa is still online. And now he's got the Su-Chi out, so I do have to answer a couple cards. Play out a Pearl. An Emerald. Plenty of mana fixing into a Soul Ring. I don't know how many times I lay down to draw 7 and I pick up 6 or 7 mana sources. Oh. That's not a mana source, that's a Divine Offering. And my opponent does have a counterspell. Ooh, Divine Offering's bait for me to draw 3 more cards off the Ancestral. Possibly. No, it did lose a life from playing that counterspell, tapping a city, so he's down to 7. Got 6 cards in hand. Okay, Swords to Plowshare. On the Su-Chi, I absolutely have to do it. That puts him up to 11. Play a Chaos Orb and a Black Vice. Wow, I just chewed through my whole draw 7. Down to 2 cards in hand. Yeah, trying to get his life total correct. So he goes up to 11 from that Swords. Looks like he's going to eat 3. I'm sorry, 2 from the Black Vice because he played out the counterspell. Yeah, 7 cards in hand, tapping that Loa. Burning a hole in that thing. Check his playmat for damage after this thing's over with. Playing out a couple more Moxen. Ruby and a Pearl and an Underground Sea. Feels like he's coming off the Loa plan. Wonder if he has his own draw 7. Oh. Mind Twist for 2. Holy shit. Psychic Purge. That is a powerhouse. Oh. Finally doing some work. I've had to fire it off for 1 damage at a time a couple times. Wow. That's like a slap in the face. Doesn't cost me anything to cast. He gets 2 cards out of my hand, which one was a mana source, and one was only going to deal 1 damage unless he makes me discard it. That was huge. He is down to 4. I'm still on 9. Oh, look at this. He's got to tap his City of Brass. Going to find a demonic... playing his Demonic Tutor to go find his favorite fucking card in his deck. Wow, he's going to need to deal 9 damage pretty quick. Oh, tap in 2 for a time walk. Late game time walk always feels a little bit better. That's when he went and grabbed with his demonic tutor. So at least the Black Vice countered that Loa plan, but look at this. Tap 6, slams down to Triskelion. It's a big 4-4 with rocket arms breathing down your neck. Does not feel good when you have 0 cards in hand. Oh, holy shit. Lightning Bolt. Oh, he's going to Swords his own Triskelion. Tapping 1 blue to activate Chaos Orb, and he's going to disenchant for it. Wow. Holy shit. That was quite the sequence. So, yeah, had to remove his own Triskelion, emptied his hand out. Stays alive, though. I mean, he's up to 4. He's past Lightning Bolt range. We're both kind of in top deck mode. These decks have been very balanced. And here comes a Juggernaut. Wow. Robot after robot here. And there's the Psy Blast. Is that all 4 damage? See if my opponent has an answer. Oh, he's got a Mana Drain. Followed by Red Elemental Blast. Holy crap, that was it. That was a close game. Congratulations, Noah. Good work on the monthly. Top 4, that's big. We typically have 50 to 60 opponents slamming cards. And you made it all the way to top 4. I guess you get to see me again in the finals. Very, very close games. Love these alternate side takes on old school Magic. So, as always, thanks for watching The Orb. Have a good night.